The dog. That be the dog.
Now you see, this is why I ain't said that to her wrong, bro. Y'all know y'all been right here with me.
Oh, you was finna start.
I ain't said that to her wrong.
I got you before you got me.
Put your glasses on.
Right. You started behind the scenes.
I got something for you. Watch this. In the lower right, in the lower left corner, it is Baby Doll. So, bro, what's up, Baby Doll?
Big Baby Doll, bitch, not the little one.
Period.
Right. Next up is everybody's favorite dark-skinned brother. Uhuru.
Dark skin, light skin.
Uhuru.
Boogie. Bougie.
Come on. Your shit. What are you doing?
Don't do me like that.
Mr. Zip.
Don't do me like that.
Mr. Zip.
Ain't that bougie talking, baby?
Mr. Light Skin, Bougie.
Oh, yeah, you bougie, because we gonna tell what we call him bougie when we get through introducing everybody. In the upper left hand corner, it is Uncle Juice. What's up, Juice?
What up, though? You feel me?
You feel me?
And last, and certainly
not least.
No.
Not least at all, baby.
Least.
Play with it. Play with it. Go ahead. I'm next to you tonight.
Auntie.
Oh,
He said,
it's okay, Pop.
How you know they call me Pop? Now you my business. Put my business in the street. It is that girl Henny. Put your motherfucking Henny glasses up in there. Is this so? Did you contact Apple and tell Apple to put a glass of Hennessy in the emoji thing they got?
No, but it's mine now, so they ain't taking it out.
Right. My name is Dogface Calderon. I'm everybody's favorite person
to hate. Yes, boy.
Yes, I second that motion.
Right. So listen, but we start this because we got some listen, we're gonna do it's gonna be some slow singing and furniture moving. We're gonna kick ass first and take names later. There's gonna be some slow singing and flower bringing around this motherfucker tonight.
You feel me?
I mean, but we do. Why do we call public figure Boogie? Boogie. His name is not Boogie no more. It's Bougie. Why are we calling him Bougie? That's what they want to know in the chat. We call Bubba because we at the Detroit has something, an annual thing called the Detroit Dream Cruise, where you have millions of people converge on Detroit in the metropolitan Detroit area and go up and down Woodward, which is our main thoroughfare. It goes from Pontiac, which is 20 miles away, to downtown Detroit to the water. I was there. I saw a lot of people. I took pictures with a bunch of people. They were people who saw me. They were satisfied with me. So we on live, we started getting complaints about public figure Bougie. Tell us what happened, Juice. Let me sip my drink while we tell.
The brother Artie Gold tapped in, and he said they was out there at the Woodward Dream Cruise, and who did they spot? Public figure Boogie.
It's like see a nigga in the down bottom corner.
And he say it was another guy and his son there, and they seen him too. They acknowledged they go Boogie, and they went over there, and the son wanted to take a picture with Boogie and tell him, "Hey Boogie, let me take a picture." And Boogie turned around and gave him the president wave and kept it moving. You feel me?
I know you fucking lying.
They was tapping in like, what was up with that, Boogie? You feel me?
I ain't know that they wanted a picture. I thought
that's how Bougie was waving. Put it back up there. That's how he was waving.
I don't even look like you could speak to. I was shocked myself, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like,
so you were surprised they saw you?
I don't even look like a nigga you could speak to, so I was shocked. I was trying to get out the crowd. I ain't
a better answer would have been like, man, hey man, I ain't really used to the celebrity status that I got now, so I ain't used to motherfuckers come up saying hi to me, bro. So forgive me. Next time we spin the block, I'll make sure it's right.
You feel me?
All he gotta do is check his DM.
Boogie already apologized. Chill on Bougie. Leave him alone.
Damn.
Baby doll.
Yeah, him and Baby doll got something going.
Bullshit. Anybody got time for that shit? Welcome to the YouTube streets. Hey, listen, y'all see that ticker scrolling at the bottom of the screen? Hey, listen. Hey, Anton Daniels.
We on your ass.
Anton Daniels. What you see everything else? Y'all tag Anton Daniels in this. Hey, Anton Daniels. We're gonna need you to bring your ass in front of the congregation.
And his stupid ass, excuse me, I'm gonna stop cuss.
When you gonna stop doing it?
I'm gonna stop right now. So the people that rock with him came on and made a comment and said that we were some irate black people that was trying to keep up confrontation with him when he was coming to keep it civil. Boy, don't let Anton Davis set you up for failure. Niggas like they can't see because we weren't even confrontational with this man. We gave him the platform. We gave him the most respect, but still he was talking bullshit. This man is a racist black man, and I'm not changing how I feel. He's so whitewashed.
Okay, so watch this. So listen, 3 days ago, Anton Daniels, he produced content like he always does. In this particular segment, and Anton, we're going to use your content. Please don't try to strike us for using your content. Right. We're going to use this content.
He can strike us?
Here you go. Here you go. Wait. Here you go. This content is being used for criticism and critiques and is protected by the Fair Use Act.
Okay.
There we go. Did you hear that?
There we go. Did you hear that, Anton?
Bitch.
So now that you heard that, can you hear this?
Slow down.
Anton, you've been a very, very, very bad boy. What's up to the chat? All the Henny gang. Henny gang, what's up? Now, for y'all start sending that money, I want y'all to know that Papa needed a brand new pair of shoes and a sweatshirt.
You gonna leave the Henny gang alone?
Okay. What? You got a whole motherfucking super mall over there. You don't need no more motherfucking.
Exactly. You out here shopping in Dior and Gucci and Prada.
Ain't no regular pair of shoes over there.
I go in there and take pictures and put the shit back.
Filet mignon and on yachts and shit. Leave me and my super chats alone, okay?
I go in there and take pictures and put the shit back. That's what I do. That's what I do. So listen, Anton Daniels, he produced some content a couple of days ago where he produced it. Nobody asked him about it. Nobody asked him to insert himself in it. So we were talking to Anton Daniels the other day about his stance and his viewpoint about Charlie Kirk.
Well, wait, Dogface, before you go any further, not to interrupt you, explain who he is for those who don't know who he is, because some people may not know coming in, especially from my side.
Okay, Anton Daniels is is probably the biggest podcaster / YouTuber in Michigan. He has a couple of pages, 3 or 4 pages, upwards to 1 million subscribers, right? He's been on Fox and Friends, I believe. He's certainly been on Fox News to offer his conservative analysis of all things politics. So he is a heavy player in the YouTube streets. He's a podcaster. He is a trailblazer, so to speak. He's been podcasting. He's been in the podcast or the media game, he says, since about 2011 to 12. So he's a serious contender in the world of the YouTube streets. He's been on major terrestrial TV platforms, major interview platforms from radio to television. So he's a serious player. He is a Trump supporter. He's a self-proclaimed conservative Republican. He has used his platform to espouse his conservative political ideology and belief and his support for the whole conservative agenda. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That ain't where our criticism lies. When we spoke about Anton Daniels, it was about his stance on Charlie Kirk and how he was utilizing his platform to basically spank black people or to address black people, where in which he criticized black people and said that we lacked common decency when we spoke about the death of Charlie Kirk. He made a point. He harped on it. He's still harping on it right now. He made a point to give his insight about how terrible of a people we were. This is just separate from his just normal commentary about black culture and it being terrible and horrible and it being controlled by the liberal think tank or democratic regime. Listen. So we spoke about him. We reviewed his content when he was talking about Amanda Seal, right? He came on our podcast somehow, some way. He saw our content. He came on. He jumped into the Dog Pound chat, and he said, "Drop the link." We dropped the link. He joined the show. We spoke to him for a little bit over an hour, and the first thing he did was criticize us for how we had spoke about him, and then he reminded us and told us that we should have reached out to him if we took offense or took issue with something he said, and because we're all from Michigan, that despite the fact that he doesn't really engage in commentary or debate with anybody, but he didn't really see what we were doing as a debate, and because we were Michigan, he would be more than happy to come on the show, or he would reach out to us, so we could reach out to him directly, and he would come on and talk about whatever our grievances with him were. Right? So we had it. We reviewed the content. Right? I'm going to play a portion of that content for you, the beginning of it, so everybody can see what it is we're talking about, and then we're going to switch to why we're here today. Anton Daniels,
belt the ass.
Yeah,
bring your bitch ass porch monkey self down to the center of the stage.
Lord have mercy. I ain't got nothing to say.
I said it. I
ain't got nothing to say.
I wasn't here the last time. I said it.
Okay, so listen. So Henny Gang is in the chat. What's up to the Henny Gang? All across the country is going crazy, man. Y'all know what it is. So watch this. I need y'all to like, share, subscribe. I need y'all to tag Anton Daniels. He's online, or he's somewhere with a cellular device in his hand somewhere, or one of his minions, one of his lackeys, one of his assistants. They are watching this. So I want you guys to tap in. So we're going to start with our conversation. I want everybody to see how he addressed us and how we started the conversation. So here it is here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get some theme music for this. Hold on.
Walking through the street.
See, because listen, I am now a fan, despite the fact that I don't necessarily agree with everything this gentleman has to say. I'm now a fan because he is unapologetic about how he feels about whatever the subject is. Mr. Daniels.
What up, though? What's going on, y'all?
What up, though?
Good evening, brother.
Welcome to the YouTube streets.
I want to say this first, and this is not me trying to. I don't want to presuppose what I'm about to say, but I'm honored because I watch your content now more than ever, and I heard you say, "I am uninterested for a variety of different reasons of really having any kind of discourse or debate with anybody because I'm just not interested." So the fact that you're here.
So I don't look at this as a debate. I look at this as a conversation, right? Because y'all from Detroit. So
absolutely.
I show respect no matter what. I don't ever think, no matter how many subscribers that I get, I'm not that arrogant. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident, but I'm not arrogant enough to think that I can't never support and or pull up and have a conversation, regardless of whether we agree or disagree. So I'm here. What up?
Okay.
And let me say this also.
Okay.
I check your content out. I watch a show. I see you on different platforms doing your thing. So salute to you. And I'm always going to support. Again, we could have different perspectives and different opinions, and we can get into that too. But I always support people from Detroit. I never, ever have smoke from people from my city.
So how much time do we have with you? Just
however long we need.
Okay, I got you. So let's just go. Let's just attack the 900-pound gorilla in the room, Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Can we say this? So now that we got the pleasantries out of the way,
yeah,
y'all, wow, bro. I don't understand y'all. So Dogface, let me tell you this. You know,
listen to this. I want everybody to pay attention to this specifically. This is how it all starts, right? And this is important for what we're about to do next. So just pay attention to this, please.
The reason why I got a problem with you,
okay,
is because I'm not that hard to get in touch with.
Gotcha.
So at any point, you could have emailed me, you could have DM'd me, and said, "Hey, man, let's have a conversation. Let's kick it." And I would have pulled up. I'm not hard to get a hold of in any capacity whatsoever. So I don't understand why not, you know what I'm saying, have a conversation with me, you know, either face to face or online or whatever, instead of dissing me online. I don't understand that, bro. It's a lot of things that you say that I agree with, and it's a lot of things that you say that I disagree with. But I never said nothing about you online, because if I disagreed with you that much, I would have hit you up, because I know you're not that hard to get in touch with.
That's true. So to answer your question, we are YouTubers. We're content creators. We are we commentate on things worthy of being discussed and being talked about.
No. I understand the content game.
We banter back.
It seemed like you would have more, even as a content creator, to have us have discourse in real time versus just talking back and forth. It seemed like that would be better content.
It definitely would. And to answer your question, when I was aware of you long before the whole Charlie Kirk explosion. So the reason why
I know I seen you did a live stream. Y'all talked about me before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why not just reach out to me? I'll pull up.
Hey, stop right there. Let's just cut. We're gonna cut right to the chase. So 3 days ago, this is 3 days ago. Megyn Kelly. I don't know if she's Fox News or this is her Sirius XM satellite show. So I don't know if Megyn Kelly is a part of Fox News still, or she's certainly not part of MSNBC, because she's heavy on the conservative side of things. Henny, is she a part of Fox or is she part of MSNBC? Do we know?
I don't know which one she's a part of.
What's her name?
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly?
Yeah.
I want to say Fox, but
that's what I want to say too. But I want to make sure.
Overview.
She worked for both.
What happened to Megyn Kelly and Fox? In July of 2016, amid allegations of sexual harassment on the part of Fox CEO Roger Ailes, Kelly was reported to have confirmed that she herself was also subjected to his harassment. 2 days after the report, Ailes resigned from Fox, and his lawyers, Susan, and publicly denied the charges. Okay, so Megyn Kelly she's a political commentator, heavy on the conservative side of things, right? That's who
Hold on. She works now. She's on Trump's channel on Sirius XM.
She's on what?
Trump's channel on Sirius XM.
And she an attorney too.
Makes sense.
And she on NBC.
Okay, I got it.
NBC.
So Megyn Kelly is a serious contender. She's a serious player in the political landscape, especially when it comes to being a podcaster and a YouTuber now, right? She's heavy, right? So this is Anton Daniels' review of what Megyn Kelly had to say about Jemele Hill. Now, Jemele Hill is a now legendary journalist, reporter. When I became aware of Jemele Hill, she was I think she's working for ESPN. And she was a locker room. She's one of the first Black female locker room reporters who Black athletes really became comfortable with speaking to her about. She got a lot of details from Black athletes the world over that the average ordinary person couldn't get. And she is a pioneer in terms of a Black female sports writer / reporter. So this is Megyn Kelly's attack on Jemele Hill, who is Black. and this is Anton Daniels reviewing the content. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to prefix it. I'm just going to play it, and then we're going to talk about what we're seeing here in real time. So this is Anton Daniels reviewing what Megyn Kelly had to say about Jemele Hill. And the title of it is "You're Ugly on the Inside and Out." Megyn Kelly calls out Jemele Hill. Jemele says she's fake. So watch this. Tell me what y'all think.
Do want to play Jemele Hill, speaking of so-called journalists who have it all wrong. Here's this jerk, SOT 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's...
First thing she did was call her a jerk. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that sets the tone for what we're about to hear now. But watch.
No, so-called journalists is what set the tone.
Journalists and then jerk all bail. Watch this.
Do want to play Jemele Hill, speaking of so-called journalists who have it all wrong. Here's this jerk, SOT 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's murder, there was an incredible amount of angry discourse from the right, blaming the Democrats, blaming liberals, saying, you're the reason this happened. Only to find out, surprise, 22-year-old white dude, love guns, raised by two parents.
Look at Anton Daniels' face. Study his body language. All this is important.
Parents, lived in a good home. Dad is a minister, also a sheriff. Didn't check it in them boxes y'all thought he would check, did he?
Okay. First of all, a coat of mascara would be your friend. I'm just going to tell this to you, woman to woman on television. You need a little work. And you should have...
Look at the glee. Look at how his face brightened up. Look at the slight smirk.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Them back off the camera a little bit because you are not attractive enough to have that extreme close-up. Push away your laptop, Jemele, and add a filter or two. Honestly, like we actually don't use any on this show because I do put on makeup so I look presentable, but you need work because you can't both be ugly on the outside and the inside. You need to choose one. Okay? Choose one. That is disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Fuck her. It's weird how she lost the points about him being a furry, loving, trans dating. I don't even know what this guy's fetishes were, but leftist ideology infected guy who wrote on his bullets anti-fascist catch and notices bulges OXO, etc.
Jesus. Oh my.
Now, when I first watched this today, I thought, despite the grin that I saw appear on his face, despite the look of glee and the look of excitement that I saw in his body language, as this woman was insulting a black woman, calling her ugly, in a variety that stood out. I'm thinking that this guy is finna show some measure of blackness. I thought that he was going to pull out his proverbial belt and spank Megyn Kelly's ass for being rude, for being unprofessional, for being over the top, and for being
a white woman.
For presenting herself in such a way that is unbecoming to somebody of her status. I thought that he was shocked by it in that way and that he was going to come down on her like a ton of bricks. That's what I thought. I should have knew better.
Gosh. Yo.
He gets on my fucking nerves.
Oh, I don't know what to speak to. I don't know whether or not to speak to the fact that Jemele Hill did miss the plot when it came to the fact that he was in a relationship with and this is one of the reasons why you got to get all of the information before you start talking, because then you make yourself available. I don't know whether or not to address that or to address Megyn Kelly reading her the riot act when it comes to whether or not she. No, listen.
I'm like
the riot act.
You don't know where to start.
You should have started with one. She was disrespectful as fuck for no reason. She was all off subject. You made this personal. She made
Right.
it personal. You attacked her personally when that woman ain't said one thing about you, but what it was. It's a white fucking guy that killed another white guy. And you can't
Exactly.
accept it. You're mad. Who gives a fuck if he was a tranny fucker? At the end of the day, his skin color is still white. Well, y'all was looking for it to be a black person, and y'all mad about that shit because it's your own fucking people. And then for this guy, Anton Daniels, I'm trying not to cuss, okay? This guy right here, he keep blowing me out the water, bro. Which side are you on, my guy? And this is not even about color. This is about right and wrong. She was wrong as fuck, and you supported her wrong. And that shit, it's let's throw color out of this dog face. It's all about he supported her wrong. Now, the second thing is this is your own black women. You know what we've been. I'm not gonna do that. A black woman didn't commit nobody wrong, and you agreed to the way this woman just bashed this woman personally. I want to beat the white lady up. I ain't gonna lie. I want to beat her up bad. I want to talk to her. I want to tear her down the way she thought she tore down Jamil Hill.
And there's a comment in the chat that says that she went on. There's more than what that clip says, because Megyn Kelly went on to say that she has a sharp, blunt Neanderthal face. So that means if you chose to pick this clip, that means you watched the whole thing at some point in time. And as a man, you want to talk about, I don't know if I should go after the fact that she wasn't on topic or the riot act. What riot act? That was completely disrespectful. It was racist. And you sat back and you chuckled at it. And then you wonder why you got called a bitch. I'ma say it. I said it. Baby doll didn't say it. I did.
This
a sharp, you weak ass.
I'm in charge, dude. Looking ass bitch. Really excited him.
Yes, she did. He was getting his
like
rocks
white women. I
off.
told you that the last show. He is very infatuated with a white woman. He think he got white people money, so he gonna go for the white. I don't know why they think having white makes you better than having black. I don't know what it is. He hates his skin color. He hates our skin color. He hates our culture. He hates black people. It's just what it is. This is our first time meeting a racist black man that don't like black people. For you to sit there and even have a smile, I would feel so.
Jamel, he would have dragged her if she started off like that. He would have dragged her.
Well,
if Jamil Hill right, she would have said, "You white, skinny face bitch."
So let's
I'm trying.
Can we talk about for a second how the white woman couldn't even compare? Megyn couldn't even compare with Jamel on an intellectual level. That's how you know when somebody can't compete with someone, because the first thing she went for was her looks.
Okay, so
as a black man, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, it's disgusting.
And look at this big ass smile this nigga got on the computer. I want to punch my computer off the table.
Okay, so let's before I even go into my thing, let's just let it rip. Now, mind you, this is Megyn Kelly at first. He's going to play Jamil Hill's response, right?
I'm not gonna get into the look situation at all, whatsoever.
Let's get into the professional the professional nature of what this job is. She's on the Megyn Kelly show. She's on Sirius Satellite, and I'm assuming she has tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of listeners and watchers on this Sirius Satellite platform. They're beaming this all across the planet. Here's a black man who's responding to a white woman who's supposed to be a professional, who has attacked this black woman. If you want to know why black women, one of the reasons why black women have such little care, have such little respect for black men, is because black men don't know their place in this planet. They don't know how to protect. They don't know how to safeguard the sanctity of their blackness. And they're willing to compromise it and sell it for status, for clicks, for likes, for shares, and for companionship with people who don't give a fuck about them. So when we were talking to him, he had the unmitigated gall and audacity to try to check us about not reaching out to him, and then basically slammed us for being unprofessional and using coarse language to describe who he is.
What?
So, yeah. So my thing is, a black man, you don't see, and then he tries to reduce everything to conservative versus liberal, Democrat versus Republican. Hey, brother, the Republicans and the Democrats, both political spectrums. We black people as a whole, we have an issue with both parties.
Fuck both of them. Fuck both of them.
Let's listen to what he says now.
That's obviously a personal thing between Megyn Kelly and Jamil Hill.
You're going to hear Jamil Hill say that she doesn't even know Megyn Kelly. They've never had a conversation.
What?
They've never crossed paths except inside the White House during the second leg of the Obama administration, his second term, where she saw them at a gathering. So they don't even know each other. So it can't be personal. So when he tries to use this as a reason, that right there within and of itself is disingenuous and misleading.
Yes.
Because you're going to hear her say she doesn't even know this woman except by name alone. They've never had a conversation. They've never been in the same room except in the Oval Office.
Play the conference.
Jamil Hill was off when it comes to her.
Jamil Hill was off. No. What you? Hey, listen. Let's talk about how she was off. Let's just get to this. Let's just cut right to this shit. So Jamil Hill offered her perspective. It's a perspective that is shared by millions of Americans and tens of millions of people around the fucking globe. That's one. Now, first of all, I've never heard. It's been quite some time where people were allowed to say anything negative about homosexuals and not get canceled. It's been a long time. The two things that were off limits is saying something about somebody, Jews and homosexuals. That was off. You can call a nigga. You can call a Mexican a wetback. You can call an Italian a wop, whatever. But you can't talk about homosexuals and Jews. Those are the two things that get your ass canceled. We used to call them the protected groups. You say anything about them, your ass getting canceled. Now, in the world we live in now, it's up for grabs. They have made that shit so fair seeming that now they're criticizing it. So let's look at this. So they're saying that the young man who's accused of shooting Charlie Kirk from 200 meters to the fucking left at a 1 degree temperature and the wind blowing at 1.3 degrees by northeast, right? They're saying that he was engaged in a homosexual relationship with a tranny.
What that got to do?
They say the tranny radicalized him and conditioned him and programmed him to go from a scholar student, a scholarship winning college student. They're saying that this tranny radicalized him and turned him into an assassin. But the tranny ain't in nobody's jail.
Have we even seen the tranny yet?
No. The
made up bullshit.
Listen, the transgender is not in nobody's jail. The transgender has not been charged with one crime. Speaking of political talking points, but they are saying that this transgender person is a part of Antifa, and the transgender person got with him, radicalized him, and then put the thoughts of murdering and killing Charlie Kirk in his mind.
Oh, he got molested and raped and shit. That's what happened. He got.
No, they're not saying he got molested. They're saying he was involved with a transgender, and the transgender radicalized him.
Corrupted him. But that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
That's what they're saying. So it ain't just that. It's not just a white boy, a young white boy from Utah who had an issue with something that he saw or heard from Charlie Kirk, and then he decided to do the unthinkable. It's not. It can never be as simple as that.
But pause. If it was what?
It can't be simple as that because he's from a Republican family, a two-parent household, registered Republican, mother and father. He's a registered Republican. He's from the great state of Utah, which ain't exactly the most diverse place on the face of this fucking earth.
So Jamil was
If it was a black boy, they wouldn't even dig that deep. They'd say he a black boy that killed him, his ass going to jail. They don't give a fuck about what he been through or how he been through it.
What did what Jamil Hill said was indicative of how people feel. Before they found out who it was, they had already started to try to attach or to suggest that it had to be some person who hated what he said, some person of color. They already started to suggest that. When they caught up with the person who they believe to have done it now, they see he's a young white boy, 22, from Utah, who grew up in a conservative family, 2-parent household. Father was a military veteran. Father is a minister. Father is a member of law enforcement in the state of Utah. He grew up in a totally conservative environment. So to justify what he did, they're saying that he got with a transgender and the transgender radicalized him. That's what the news said.
We don't give a fuck. We know a white boy. All we hear is a white boy killed a white man. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. He is a white. Your own people killed your peoples, and they need us. They don't want to accept that. They don't, because they wanted it to be a black person so fucking bad as somebody that's not their kind so bad. But the whole problem is Anton Daniels. Why are you can't even, okay, first you're going against black people, but you can't even protect the black woman. I feel, and I don't care how the hell he about to feel. I really feel bad for his wife. I swear I feel bad for his wife, because at the end of the day, if you're showing that you will not protect, you don't protect her. You're not going to protect her. I don't even think you even like your wife. She black. I just really think he's into white women. I'm not mad. And the thing about it is, I'm not mad, but wrong is wrong and right is right. You let this white woman sit there and tear this black woman down for no reason. No opinion that's between them. That's
Right.
between them.
This came with respect. So fuck wrong with you?
All right.
I'm sick of Anton
perspective of who the shooter was, and them trying to skirt responsibility from what it is that they stood for and how they become an indoctrination camp on the left for changing people into being super feminine, weak, and then also having to kill somebody because they don't necessarily agree with their opinion. Yes, Megyn Kelly was right about that. The other stuff I ain't getting into, bro. I know that Jamil Hill also had a response video to that, and I am going to get into that now, but that was absolutely scorched earth. That just tells me that women are way more into it than guys are. But yeah, let's Jesus. I don't even want to get back on camera.
Now, him posting a picture of her in this frame after what Megyn Kelly just said about her, him posting the picture and leaving it there for a prolonged period of time, what message does this send to his subscribers, people who watch his content?
He's making a joke of her. He's making fun of her because he agreed with how she felt about this woman. He's trying to show her this, so he's laughing. We already know how black people laugh without saying nothing when it's on a certain thing. If this woman went in on this woman, he laughed because he feel the same way about her. He feel the same way about her. And this woman is fucking beautiful. She's gorgeous without makeup.
Okay.
Oh man, so this is apparently Jamil Hill's. I'm looking at this for the first time. All right, so I just want to be absolutely clear. This is
he's looking at it for the first time, and his first thought process after watching something like this, after watching a major news player respond to Jamil Hill like this.
But he lying, Dogface. How he doing a reactment if he ain't never watched it?
We know
he knew she had a response. You feel
we know that he makes up lies as he moves throughout the course of his day to justify or to take the sting out of whatever it is whatever point he's trying to make, to remove him from any culpability of having a preconceived thought process about this whole fucking thing.
What makes me mad about him, because last time when he was on the show with us and he was wrong, is he tried to make us go against Dogface.
But
trying to put.
we ain't got to worry about that. We just need to hear nor there. But he's a mind game player. So watch this.
Yeah.
Mill Hill's response to Megyn Kelly. All right.
I saw that Megyn Kelly, no friend of mine. I'm no friend of hers. I don't even like her. I don't know her. Actually, the last time I saw Megyn Kelly, here's what's so funny. Last time I saw Megyn Kelly, this would have been when Obama was still in the White House. I cannot remember if it was first term or second term. I want to say it was second term. I'm pretty sure it was second term. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was. But either way, I saw Megyn Kelly at the White House. And it really got me to thinking. I saw her from a distance. I didn't go up to her. I don't know this woman. So, of course, she was still at Fox. Very aware of what her reputation was in terms of what she contributed as a journalist. But what I found so interesting is when I saw her at the White House.
Hey, she's saying,
watch this.
And Megyn Kelly sleeps around, and that's one of the reasons why she got so much visibility and why she got her leg up.
Where did she say that at? Is it something that you know about Megyn Kelly's reputation that would lead you to believe that that's what that meant?
He fucked her.
There's nothing she said that indicated any of that at all. She just said that she saw her at the White House, and she doesn't know if it was the first term or second term. Where do you get that she's trying to say she slept around? So now, not only do you allow this woman to disrespect this black woman, you're spinning a narrative on her as well, blatantly.
It was during the time of year, it was the holiday season. And what happens is during the holiday season, White House has a bunch of parties. There's different groups every night. Like one night, it might be media members. One night, it might be entertainers. Another night, it could be a mixture of the two. It's different audiences. So it was a lot of media members. This was like, I guess, the media version of the Obama's holiday party, where they invite people from both sides of the aisle, come there. And sometimes the president is there and first lady, sometimes they're not. On this night, they were there. And I remember seeing Megyn Kelly in the receiving line to get a picture with the Obamas. And I thought that was super interesting because I was thinking, now don't you spend pretty much your whole damn broadcast talking about how this man ain't shit. And here you are lining up to go. And that's when I knew, like, oh, for a lot of people that are in our business, and especially who are in the position of being considered to be conservative commentators, a lot of that shit is fake. I was like, oh, this is like WWE to them. This is like wrestling.
So watch this. So let me just chime in on that right there. So I want you to listen carefully to what he's about to say. Now, her response, the first 3 minutes of her response, it wasn't a cat fight. It wasn't, oh, you're ugly. You're wrong. None of that. She's responding in a professional manner. She's not catfighting with her. She's not insulting her. She didn't start off like that. She started off by, hey, this is how I know you. I don't know you at all. We've never had a conversation. We never worked together. I know who you are by reputation alone. She didn't say anything about you step around. It could have been nepotism. It could have been like your father worked for Fox, and that's how you got there. Where are you around shit from? Where'd you get that? She said reputation. What the fuck does that mean? All right, so you're automatically assuming that meant that she was a whore and she suggested she step around. Where you get that from? Did you hear it too?
He knows something, yeah.
What you know? What you know that we don't know?
You know, because he probably was one of the ones she slept around with.
Listen, trying to put all black people in the same box, all black women in the same box.
He's been doing that, though. He's been doing that.
There's women out there that do that from the hood and shit like that, and she not that, but he just tried to throw that on her.
Okay, so thus far, has Jamil Hill's response been anything short of professional at this point?
No.
Been professional.
Mind you, she was responding to being called ugly multiple times. On top of the fact, questioning her professionality, questioning everything about her, and on top of that, calling her ugly. And mind you, this is a black man who espouses conservative values of taking care of home and country first and God first and family first.
So what she's trying to say is that people that are commentating online don't necessarily believe in what it is that they say. I don't understand the relevance of what she's saying.
You don't understand the relevance of what she's saying. She's saying
she just gave you a history between her and Megyn Kelly. They have no history.
Saying that they have no history, so she don't even understand why she reacting like that.
Exactly.
How are you getting this? You're a hater. That's what she's. The whole big thing is she's saying is this white bitch is a hater. I don't know her. This shit is.
I thought she was going to address the fact that she was wrong or what Megyn Kelly called her out for is wrong.
You thought she was going to address the fact that she was wrong.
Wrong about what?
Wrong about what? Wrong about her opinion? Wrong about her perspective? Wait.
Megyn Kelly did nothing but disrespect her the whole way.
The whole time. She didn't even touch on the subject.
Listen.
She said like 2 words, one sentence.
Yeah, you thought that she was going to address you a motherfucking lie. You bitch ass nigga. That is not what the fuck you thought. What the fuck you thought is that she was going to respond in kind. You thought that she was going to go on a long diatribe about her being ugly, a cat fight with words, and all that other kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she respond to that? Why would she the elephant in the room of what you said about this black woman and how you described how she looked?
Because he wanted a moment to be able to drag a black woman and make her look ghetto and uneducated and uncouth. And that's what he was looking for. And so he's spinning these narratives to try to make it seem like that's what she's saying, when anybody with even half of a brain can see that that's not what she's saying. She's laying a foundation. That's what you do when you respond to somebody. She's laying a foundation that we've only run into each other in political and professional circles, but we've never sat with one another for her to take this as far as she did. That's what this is about.
And then not just that, the white woman is ghetto. She's the ghetto one.
She was like typical trailer trash.
She was ghetto. She came. It was not one piece or one part about her that was professional. That white woman didn't have no type of professionalism at all. She ghetto. She ghetto and she ratchet as fuck to me.
He said she was off base and he thought that she was going to respond to Megyn Kelly saying that she was wrong. That is not what you thought she was going to respond to.
Exactly.
You a fucking lie, bro. You
He talked about the topic for one sentence.
Hey, listen, by a show of hands, who believes him when he says that he thought that she was going to respond about Megyn Kelly saying she was wrong? First of all, Megyn Kelly didn't even present an argument.
No.
Detailing and describing how she was wrong. Megyn Kelly was uttering talking points out that they have been force-fed by the conservative regime. So what detailed analysis did Megyn Kelly give us for Jemele Hill to respond to? What did she give her to respond to?
Nothing.
She just simply said, oh, she's wrong. That's not right. She's repeating shit from the alt left or whatever the fuck she's talking about. That nothing about what Megyn Kelly said about Jemele Hill said that she was interested of putting something out there to disprove what Jemele Hill said. Everything about Megyn Kelly, it was venom. That
was a personal attack. Sure, you go at somebody like that when it's personal, but y'all clearly don't have a personal relationship.
You know, she a hater. She just showed that she a hater. She a hater. That means keep up the good work. You hear me? That's what that means.
He was
hoping Hill, keep up the good work.
He was hoping that she would have responded to Megyn Kelly and hit low and went lower. So this way, Megyn Kelly could be up here and her little ghetto ratchet shit that she did can be overlooked. But instead, the response, she didn't start off name calling her the way that Megyn Kelly started. She started off explaining.
But listen, we got somebody in the chat that say Jemele Hill is blackballed. they do something to embarrass her every year because she
That's all
exposed
true.
ESPN.
That's all true. That's true.
She exposed ESPN.
Yes, that's all true. She's from the sports world. That's how she started before she even got into the political regime or the realm.
But because she blackballed on me, she ain't speaking facts.
That don't have nothing to do with this.
Right.
They just offer some additional insight, but that don't have nothing to do with him saying that she was all based in her response to being called ugly. And when he's go ahead.
I really feel like Anton is fucking playing with the world. I think he know what he doing. I really think he just really doing this shit.
Anton Django. He a Django ass.
So listen, so what that would mean is you heard her response. She said that a lot of these players on the political spectrum don't really believe what they say they believe. They're using it as a way to break into the industry. They're using it as a way to put themselves in the limelight. The more alt-right you are, the more extreme left you are, and you espouse it and you talk about it, it puts you in the headlines. When you're in the middle, nobody wants to hear any middle ground politicians talking.
Right.
Pundits talking. They want to hear people who are extreme left, extreme right, going at it. It's the shock value. It's the awe value. Now, he said, I thought, let's look what this motherfucker said again, because I know I ain't crazy. Hold on.
Position of being considered to be conservative commentators, a lot of that shit is fake. I was like, oh, this is like WWE to them. This is like wrestling.
So what she's trying to say is that people that are commentating online don't necessarily believe in what it is that they say. I don't understand the relative.
She didn't say people who are commentating online. She said a lot of people from the Republican tinge, right? Because the contrast was, hey, you're at the White House party in the Democratic White House. You're at Obama's Christmas affair. You were in line waiting to take a picture with President Obama and his wife, Michelle.
After talking shit.
And she thought it was strange because you spend your every waking hour in front of a camera or in front of a microphone criticizing the Obama administration. So how then do you even show up? And why are you jumping in line to take a picture with Obama?
Skimming and grinning in his face. That
what
means
she
that
said.
you don't believe what you spewing.
Right, I'm not gonna go take a picture with nobody who I diametrically oppose in their belief. It'd be like me wanting to go take if I seen Charlie Kirk, if he was still alive, right? And I saw him at some public speaking engagement, and there was a line for him to take snapshots with Charlie. I would never get in that line. You know why? I don't agree.
I don't support him.
Right. And I find him personally offensive, especially as it relates to me being a black man, period.
Right.
I don't agree with his political views, and I don't agree with his commentary and his criticism of black people. So why in the fuck would I ever go jump in line? So that's what she meant, motherfucker. She ain't say shit about commentators. She talked about people who are involved with the political spectrum on the highest level. Because you don't just get into the White House just because.
She's exposing the games that get played.
Saying. I thought she was going to address the fact that she was wrong, or what Megyn Kelly called her out for is wrong.
What did she call her out for?
She called her out. She called her ugly. What do you mean?
She bashed her. She didn't call her out. She was bashing. She was hating.
You thought she was going to call her out for what? Maybe let's hear this again.
Hell, speaking of so-called journalists who have it all wrong, here's this jerk, SOT 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's murder, there was an incredible amount of angry discourse from the right, blaming the Democrats, blaming liberals, saying, you're the reason this happened. Only to find out, surprise, 22-year-old white dude, love guns, raised by two parents, lived in a good home, dad is a minister, also a sheriff. Didn't check it in them boxes y'all thought he would check, did he?
Okay. First of all, a coat of mascara would be your friend. I'm just going to tell this to you, woman to woman on television. You need a little work, and you should have them back off the camera a little bit because you are not attractive enough to have that extreme close up. Push away your laptop, Jamel, and add a filter or two. Honestly, like.
Now, look, by a show of hands, let me play that again. I want to make sure we're on point here.
Journalists who
I want you guys to tell me. I want you guys and you girls and gals to tell me if this is the first time he has heard this clip.
have it all wrong.
Let's say his body language.
Here's this jerk, SOP 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's murder, there was an incredible amount of angry discourse from the right.
In the wake of Charlie's murder, that means when the Charlie murder first occurred, was there a considerable amount of anger from the right? He was a champion of conservative principle, wasn't he? He built his entire public speaking career by espousing conservative Anglo-Saxon white Christian values. So of course, all the vitriol, all the rage, all of the hate speech, all of the white man fight back shit would have come from them because he was a champion for them. He was a miniature baby version of Donald Trump, Steve Bannon, and the rest of those sons of bitches. So I want y'all to still, what did she say about Jemele Hill that he thought Jemele Hill would have responded to first outside of calling her ugly? Watch this.
Jemele Hill, speaking of so-called journalists who have it all wrong, here's this jerk.
Speaking of so-called journalists, so-called questioning her.
Journalism.
Her journalism. Her
And don't forget, this is a man who says when he sees a black pilot, along with Charlie Kirk, the first thing he starts to think is that person qualified, right? So here's this white woman saying, speaking of the so-called journalist, who has more journalistic credentials? Who is more lauded in the world of sports and political spectrum? Megyn Kelly or Jemele Hill?
Jemele.
Who is more of a household name? Who is more of a household name? Not just the white people, but the people as a whole. And don't forget, they've never had a conversation. So-called journalist who has it all wrong, who's a jerk. Let's listen to it again.
Do you want to play Jemele Hill, speaking of so-called journalists?
So-called journalists
who have it all wrong.
Who have it all wrong.
Here's this jerk.
Here's this jerk. So-called journalists who have it all wrong. Here's this jerk. What a part of that was a clear, concise, articulate opinion about what Jemele Hill said that this gentleman felt like she should have responded to first.
SOP 15.
Of course, as you all know, in the wake of Charlie's murder, there was an incredible amount of angry discourse from the right, blaming the Democrats, blaming liberals, saying, you're the reason this happened. Only to find out, surprise, 22-year-old white dude, loved guns, raised by two parents, lived in a good home. Dad is a minister, also a sheriff. Didn't check it in them boxes y'all thought he would check, did he?
Okay. First of all, a coat of mascara would be your friend.
Okay. So-called journalist has it all wrong. She's a jerk. And when she plays the clip of what Jemele Hill said, the first thing she says is,
you need a coat of mascara.
Coat of mascara would be your friend.
So is that a condemnation of some view that Jemele Hill expounded on in the video she played? Is that some type of critical analysis by a seasoned journalist, breaking down and pointing out and emphasizing where Jemele Hill and others who think like her are wrong about what happened to Charlie Kirk in the wake of his murder.
I'm just going to tell this to you, woman to woman on television.
Woman to woman on television, not political commentator to political commentator, not journalist to journalist. I'm telling you this from woman to woman.
Okay. First of all, a coat of mascara would be your friend. I'm just going to tell this to you, woman to woman on television.
Look at his face. Look at how happy he is. This nigga's completely ignoring the fact that this woman is trying to humiliate and dehumanize and tell the whole world on Sirius XM that this black woman, who probably looks like somebody in his family, is ugly.
You need a little work, and you should have them back off the camera a little bit because you are not attractive enough to have that extreme close-up.
So what part of this response has anything to do with Jemele Hill's perspective? And mind you, this has nothing to do with politics because Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician. Never ran for office. He wasn't a part of any administration, state, local, or federal. So this is not a political conversation. Up to this point right here, what did she say challenging Jemele Hill? All I hear is insult after insult after insult. All I hear is a professional journalist who has dropped her garb of professionalism and engaged in childlike, immature ass, slanderous, racially tinged motherfucking diatribe. That's all I hear.
Push away your laptop, Jamel, and add a filter or two. Honestly, like, we actually don't use any on this show because I do put on makeup so I look presentable, but you need work because you can't both be ugly on the outside and the inside. You need to choose one.
Look at how happy this Sambo, pork chop, Tom ass nigga is. Listening to a white woman who hasn't said anything thus far, detailing or describing how and why Jemele Hill is wrong. Look at the glee on his face. Look at the enjoyment that he is getting from this. And this is the man who says that he's going to leverage his popularity as a YouTuber to run for political office in Detroit within the next 4 years.
No, fuck he ain't. I know you fucking lying because they're not gonna vote for his ass.
No. So let's hear what is Megyn Kelly asking Jemele Hill to respond to.
Okay, choose one. That is disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Mm-hmm. Fuck her. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Oh, fuck her. Okay, that's another form of professional speech on the stage that she's on.
How she lost the points about him being a furry loving, trans dating.
A furry loving, trans dating. Hey, listen, I never thought we would ever see a day again where people could go online and talk about homosexuals in this way.
Come up
right?
and
I never thought we would see a day where that happened again. Because every YouTuber in the world, they are concerned with saying anything about homosexuals and anything saying anything about Jews. Those are the two affected groups that you know that if you're on terrestrial TV or radio or even on YouTube, if you say anything remotely close to being anti-Semitic or anti-gay or any kind of gay or Jew hate, your ass is canceled. But not under the Trump administration. So what has she said thus far that requires Jemele Hill to respond to it? Right? And then this trans who radicalized the young man who is accused of killing Charlie Kirk, since this trans is the one who indoctrinated him and radicalized him, why isn't this trans in jail? Is it trans? Is this boy's girlfriend or trans lover in jail?
Nope.
How? According to the alt-right, according to the conservative political pontificators, this young white guy was turned out by a transgender and set on a collision course to assassinate a motherfucker. So premeditated murder. Let's get this shit straight. So premeditated murder is in helping to orchestrate the murder of someone. That's not a crime? Juice? So
you already know.
Transgender. Here my legal beagles. Juice, Henny. So if I come to you and I say, hey, Henny, we don't like Boogie. We hate Boogie. Boogie don't like you. Boogie don't want you to have no rights. Boogie trying to take jobs from you. Boogie he's not a part of the great American way. You need to get your gun and you need to go shooting and killing. And then I go shoot him and kill him.
You accessory before and after the fact.
Exactly.
You planted the seed.
If you'd have never said that, that thought would have never been placed in my head, probably.
Because according to them, he was radicalized. He was indoctrinated. Their words, not mine. In the same way they're saying Jack Ruby was radicalized and indoctrinated by the Soviet Union via Cuba to kill JFK. That's what they're laying down for us to believe.
Because they don't want to claim that low-hanging fruit.
Watch this.
I don't even know what this guy's fetishes were, but leftist ideology infected guy who wrote on his bullets anti-fascist catch and notices bulges OXO, etc.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh, I don't know what to speak to. I don't know whether or not to speak to the fact that Jamil Hill did miss the plot when it came to the fact that he was in a relationship with and this is one of the reasons why you got to get all of the information before you start talking, because then you make yourself available. I don't know whether or not to address that or to address Megyn Kelly reading her the riot act
reading her the riot act by calling her ugly, saying she needs work. That's the riot act, you stupid ass nigga. That's the riot act. What? This nigga from the east side or the west side? Where this nigga from?
She called the transmission a transmission, and this nigga is sold on that. Like she really spit something out her fucking mouth.
Man, I can't wait to hear what else they got to say, because this video too.
That's crazy.
This man.
But
I'm trying to figure out, what did she say that you think that Jamil Hill should have addressed first, except spewing out a lot of racially charged, insensitive speak.
And you know, that's something we would have to ask him, but I'm telling you right now how he cut.
Let's listen to him.
It come to whether or not she listen. I'm not gonna get into the look situation at all.
So you're not going to say that what Megyn Kelly said is beyond the pale of professional journalists, and it was inappropriate and is not right. You ain't gonna say, because don't forget, he told us we can agree to disagree, but you shouldn't engage. My nigga, didn't he tell us we can agree to disagree, but we shouldn't be engaged in personal attacks? Ain't that what he said to us, Juice?
Yes, he did.
That's what he's saying. He like to put the implement on what you think. He go change what you think by twist it around the way he see fit.
His own understanding.
And put it out there like that's what was said. That ain't nothing.
That's
was
what
said.
he does.
He repeated clearly. He took everything was said and twisted it all around to sue his subject.
No, he made it the way he think blacks are. He switched her stuff around to make it sound black and ghetto.
That's that picking and choosing.
All right, here you go.
Yeah.
That house
Whatsoever.
nigga. He the house nigga.
That's obviously a personal thing between Megyn Kelly and Jamil Hill. Jamil Hill was off when it comes to her perspective of who the shooter was and them trying to skirt responsibility from what it is that they stood for and how they become an indoctrination camp on.
She was off about who the shooter was. The shooter was a 22-year-old white male born and raised in the state of Utah who was a honor roll student who won a scholarship to Utah State University, whose father and mother raised him in the same household, who were both registered Republicans, and he was a registered Republican. That's what we know about him. We don't have any facts on the ground that says that he was radicalized, even if he was engaged in a relationship with a transgender. Even if he was engaged in a relationship with a transgender, who is the transgender that y'all talking about who indoctrinated and brainwashed this young white boy? Who is he?
Right.
On the left, for changing people into being super feminine, weak, and then also having to kill somebody because they don't necessarily agree with their opinion. Yes, Megyn Kelly was right about that. The other stuff, I ain't getting into, bro.
I bet you ain't, you house ass nigga. I bet you ain't, you abandoner of women, black women. I hope you don't got no daughter. I hope you don't have a daughter. I hope your mother doesn't see this. Now, normally I'm a spicy talking ass nigga, but I'm hoping Big Mama Daniels don't see this. I'm hoping one of your aunties who's not from this current generation of bullshitters don't see this. I hope that your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren never get an opportunity to see this from you.
I know that Jamil Hill also had a response video to that, and I am going to get into that now, but that was absolutely scorched earth. That just tells me that women are way more into it than guys are. But yeah, let's Jesus. I don't even want to get back on camera. Oh man, so this is apparently Jamil Hill's. I'm looking at this for the first time. All right, so I just want to be absolutely clear. This is Jamil Hill's response to Megyn Kelly. All right,
I saw that Megyn Kelly, no friend of mine. I'm no friend of hers. I don't even like her. I don't know her. Actually, the last time I saw Megyn Kelly, here's what's so funny. Last time I saw Megyn Kelly, this would have been when Obama was still in the White House. I cannot remember if it was first term or second term. I want to say it was second term. I'm pretty sure it was second term. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was. But either way, I saw Megyn Kelly at the White House. And it really got me to thinking. I saw her from a distance. I didn't go up to her. I don't know this woman. So, you know, of course, she was still at Fox.
Mind you, that's 10 years ago because we had Trump, Biden, Trump again. And we're in year number 2 of Trump's last. So that's at least 8 years ago, 9 years ago, at least the last time they saw each other.
Very aware of what her reputation was in terms of what she contributed as a journalist. But what I found so interesting is when I saw her at the White House.
Is she saying that Megyn Kelly sleeps around and that's one of the reasons why she got so much visibility and why she got her leg up?
Damn, it's a whole lot.
It was during the time of year, it was the holiday season. And what happens is during the holiday season, White House has a bunch of parties. There's different groups every night. Like one night, it might be media members. One night, it might be entertainers. Another night, it could be a mixture. The two is different audiences. So it was a lot of media members. This was like, I guess, the media version of the Obama's holiday party, where they invite people from both sides of the aisle, come there. And sometimes the president is there and first lady, sometimes they're not. On this night, they were there. And I remember seeing Megyn Kelly in the receiving line to get a picture with the Obamas. And I thought that was super interesting because I was thinking, now don't you spend pretty much your whole damn broadcast talking about how this man ain't shit. And here you are lining up to go. And that's when I knew, like, oh, for a lot of people that are in our business, and especially who are in the position of being considered to be conservative commentators, a lot of that shit is fake. Oh, I was like, oh, this is like WWE to them. This is like wrestling.
So what she's trying to say is that people that are commentating online don't necessarily believe in what it is that they say. I don't understand the relevance of what she's saying. I thought she was going to address the fact that she was wrong, or what Megyn Kelly called her out for is wrong when it comes to identifying who the shooter was and what was being basically placed out to the media of what type of relationship he was in, who he was, and what it is that he stood for, right? She's going into her, I guess she was more offended at what Megyn Kelly called her out for as far as how she looks versus actually addressing the issue at hand, which she has the right to be able to address both. I don't have any kind of problem with that whatsoever, but I want to see where this is going, all right? Because I don't see the relevance of her lining up to get a picture with the Obamas versus what she was saying specifically about the shooter of Charlie Kirk. But let's wait for it. Let's get to it.
They like playing a character. See, what you see here is for real. Like, this is who I am, whether I'm talking to you on YouTube or y'all catch me out in the street. I'm the same person. And a lot of them can't say that. And so I was really taken aback. And I was like, oh, I got it. That's the game. Peep it. Right? All that being said. So over the course of the years, Megyn Kelly has often had a lot of words for me, a lot of words about me. I generally kind of try to keep her name out of my mouth because I don't like to amplify the thoughts of stupid people.
Come on.
All that being said, this time I'm going to make an exception. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, let me play the clip of what Megyn Kelly had to say about me.
Have it all wrong. Here's this jerk. Stop 15.
Of course, as you all know. By the way, Megyn, here you go. All up in there. Get a look at that this non-mascara face. That's what you call natural beauty. You wouldn't know shit about that. I know.
Come on, baby.
So generally when I attack somebody for their words, their ideas, I typically, especially dealing with women on TV, I never say shit about their looks. And the reason I don't say anything about their looks is because this is something that women in television often have to deal with, is us being criticized by our looks rather than how well we do the job.
Now, to be fair, I understand exactly what Jamil Hill says as far as not necessarily getting into it about looks. The why doesn't make sense to me because the looks is the reason why we got a camera on, right? It just is what it is. People.
What?
So he's defending. He's defending the behavior.
I don't even know what he said.
Man.
He said the looks are so. What? Nigga, you sound like a film. You sound like the transgender that you're accusing that the man who indoctrinated and radicalized the guy. What are you talking about, bro? What the fuck? Listen, you can't even form a cohesive thought because at this point, Jamil Hill's response, it is spot on, professional. It is, she took the high road. It is professional beyond. She's displaying more couth, not with it. She's expressing a higher degree of professionalism than I would have been dropped my motherfucking professional hat on that white hoe.
I'm scared to call a white
I love the way you said on that white hoe.
I would have been a white hood rat.
It's no way we can get that white broad on this show. We should be made up real quick.
The white woman ain't gotta take accountability.
And then let me pause real quick to any white viewers. We are not racist. We are not racist.
Hey, stop! We don't give a fuck if we listen. They don't never do no shit like that. We don't give a fuck if how they taking what we saying. We're talking about how a black man allowed a white man,
a white
woman to disrespect a black woman
and justify it. And he
justify it. On the YouTube streets, we don't never motherfucking apologize for what we saying.
No, I'm not to them. I'm saying to the ones viewing.
I don't give a fuck about who viewer it is. If the viewers can't understand what we're saying and where we're going, they can get the fuck on.
Okay, there we have it.
Why? See, we don't have to apologize for being upset about somebody who's done something or said something to one of us. Whether it's a black, white, green, blue, it's still inappropriate. We're talking about Anton Daniel, who says one thing on one side of his mouth and another thing on the other side of his mouth. I'm not trying to be rude to you, baby doll, but we don't apologize to a bitch on the YouTube streets. If a motherfucker can't understand, if somebody white who you know sees this and they can't understand where it is we coming from, if they don't understand where our anger and our rage and frustration is coming from, after we just played this video of this white woman attacking her about everything except her political views, she ain't said nothing about her political views. She said she was ugly. She needed work.
And then the fact
so-called journalist.
So-called journalist, she jerked, she blah, blah, blah. If a white person can't understand, well, listen, black people have become so whitewashed to where white people have the nerve to question a person about why black people feel some type of way about the shit that is said and done purposefully to hurt and to insult us. So if white people can't understand why we enraged by this or we're upset by this, fuck them. On mamas, on the set, on blood, on Crip.
On the YouTube streets.
On the YouTube streets. Pardon my French. This sumbitch is out of pocket. And this sumbitch has aspirations to run for office in one of the blackest cities in the country.
Not happening.
I'm going to say this. Wait, I don't see where he speaks out of two sides of his mouth because his points are very clear.
What I'm saying
right now, he's trying to critique Jamel for what she just said about women on television. She still has not taken a direct personal shot at Megan. She spoke about women in journalism on TV, period, as a whole. As women, they're going to come for your looks. Now you're saying you don't understand what looks has to do with it, but you just sat there and watched Megan.
He just
her looks the whole time, and you didn't say none of that.
Hold on.
None of that when he was talking. But you want to critique Jamel.
No, listen, he just said it's true what the lady said. She is on camera, basically, that she needs to do better with her looks. Is basically
right. But either way, you talking at a point saying that you don't understand what looks have to do with it. But you just sat there and played a whole clip of this woman coming for her looks. So he's very clear in his message that it's okay for Megan to sit up here and do everything outside of call Jamel a monkey. She might as well have did that.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, let's just call the thing the thing. You called her a jerk. You told her fuck you. You told her she needed mascara, and that's professional. That didn't deserve a critique. That didn't deserve you to say how unprofessional, rude, disgusting was that.
Come on.
She didn't make no political points in anything that she was saying, and she was angry. Why are you angry about something that's a topic? And why are you taking it so personal that you can attack? And why are you, black man, okay with this? That's the problem.
Is Jamil from Detroit?
Yes, she is.
Yes, he is.
And he said he don't go. When he came on our show, he said he don't go against his homeboys and homegirl. He don't go against other Detroiters.
What she say?
What she just say? One of the reasons why I said that he's speaking with forked tongue is because on our show, Henny, he basically tried to take us to task about how we could have reached out to him and got his attention and got him on his show or spoke to him in person, and how we were unprofessional based on calling him out his name.
Well, that's why I also brought up the point of her being unprofessional. But Trendy Tony, you seem to have a problem with what she said, but do you not see this alleged straight black man and what just happened? So did she lie in her experience? That's her experience. And we're watching her experience play out right in front of our eyes. So ain't nobody caping for just everybody. See, you don't understand what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you're a part of what's wrong if you're black. You're a part of what's wrong with this community. Because what you're watching is a white woman trash a black woman and a black man making it okay, making it a safe space for it to happen on his platform. You're part of the problem. Fuck you very much.
Is this Jamil in our comments? Is it somebody in that OG Jamil?
No, that's not.
That ain't her?
No.
Fuck this white woman.
So on and so forth. Regardless of whether the looks you like them or not, cool, whatever. The other part that on the flip side of that is we are in a different era, and this is in the social media era in the world that we live in. And so women have a leg up when it comes to certain things. Often at times we have conversations about pretty privilege, and you know, it just is what it is. It's just a part of the game. And so, you know, if we was on radio, this would be a completely different conversation, because all, you know, is my rule of thumb is this, right? I try to stay away from ad hominem attacks. All right. Unless that's just what we engage in and it's just all good and fun or whatever. But my rule of thumb is this: I don't go after people's families. I don't hit below the belt when it comes to, and unless you sharing that as a part of your monologue, then that's the conversation that we have to have. I don't want to go after kids. I don't go after people's families. I don't go after husbands and wives. That's just not a thing. I try to stay away from that as much as I possibly can. You know, and then we just go from there. So that's my rule of thumb. But as far as content creator versus content creator, it is what it is. You can't necessarily control what anybody says, but I want to hear the rest of what you got to say.
How well we speak about issues, how well we control the broadcast. Like,
games. Ain't no
that's usually put to the side, and people judge us based off how we look. But I wouldn't expect somebody like you to get that, because that would actually require your dumb ass to critically think for once in your life, which we know you don't do. And that is why I chose to respond. And I'm sorry that you up there, however old you are, looking twice as old as you actually are. My bad. You know, because that's the thing about the way this melanin is working in this body. You don't know if I'm 28, 38, 48, 58, 68.
I say it.
And I'm proud to come on live and present myself as I am in my natural state.
Beautiful.
Because I'm not ashamed of what I look like. I don't begrudge any woman that uses makeup. Not at all. I use makeup. I'm on TV. I do that. Right? That's a part of our job. That's what we do. And so your advice to me is to get some mascara. My advice to you is to actually get a personality and a persona that doesn't always make you look like a racist and a bigot and trash.
Come on.
I'm comfortable with where I am and what I've done. You, on the other hand, are known as the lady who thinks Santa Claus is only white and that blackface is cool. You know what I'm saying? Me and you ain't the same, girl. We ain't the same. And so what I would say is, you may not like my opinions. You may not like who I am. You don't know me. You don't even know me enough not to like me, because you don't know me. You ain't never had a conversation with me in your whole fucking life. You don't know shit about me other than what you see.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to follow along. I don't really get the "you don't know me" part, because
of course you don't.
Is he serious?
Hey, listen.
Serious? Is this real?
You don't really get the "you don't know me" part.
Bitch, it's clear as day. She don't know. I never talked to her. She don't know me.
Exactly.
Let's help, because you seem to be struggling with the simplest of psychological tasks.
But he's so fucking smart.
You seem to be struggling with the simplest mental processes. You don't know me. You don't know me at all. So this is a base level attack of me, because why am I even on your radar? Why do you even care? I'm not the only person talking about this issue. Why am I on your radar to point me out, to single me out?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You know what I noticed? He got agitated when she started calling Megan out for being racist and a bigot. That's when he said, I can't follow along. You can't follow along because she very eloquently and professionally read her down and called her out for exactly what she's portraying, the image that she's putting out there, and what's on the inside of her. Since Jamil, in her eyes, is ugly on the inside and out, she's racist on the inside and out. And it came out of her mouth. And he couldn't take it. So he had to stop the video.
Juice, Boogie.
I'm for sure.
See, and it's people like this that want to say they want to take positions in office, but you don't represent any of us. What stance could he possibly take if he's going into office that would be for his community?
If he go into office, he gonna put us in slavery. That nigga.
That part.
Every time you turn around, he defending the Europeans and telling the brothers and sisters that they shouldn't say the things they say about them. They shouldn't feel. They should be apologetic. Not once had he said they should apologize for shit they done done to us. All the shit he saying about our culture, they destroyed our culture from the start. They've been the assassins. They done took down anybody that spoke against it. It ain't been our people. It ain't been our race of people. They took down the Kennedys. They took down Martin Luther King. They took down Malcolm X. They played a part. Them people. And he sit there and co-sign that shit by telling us we should be good old niggas and don't say nothing and just listen to mass. That's how he come off. You feel?
He think when he step in them rooms, he not a nigga. Guess what? Newsflash. Yeah. You a nigga.
Yep. And they'll show you that in a minute. I don't
care how you talk, how you walk, how you stand up for the other side. You a nigga. Step in the rooms, they'll show you.
But you know what's so crazy about most see what it is he rubbing elbows with some of the top white people. And black people, some black people feel like a black person ain't did more for me than these white people did. So therefore he's gonna be on their side. He's gonna represent for them. The fact that he keep trying to place black people in a box by how are you sitting here looking at her video and trying to translate when she already translate clear as day in a professional way? You're trying to take her translation in a professionalism and you're trying to turn it black because this is the way you're reflecting and you're trying to pin this character on us so bad that even when she started talking about the white woman, you got irritated. Why you didn't get irritated when she was talking about this black woman? That was an irritation for me. And it was when she talked about the white woman, she was still very professional, okay, calm. It was nothing that should have made you irritated. But when this hostile white woman that's supposed to be professional is going in for everything she can find, pinpoint on this woman, you're laughing like it's a joke. So you're making a mockery of our black people. And I'm tired of him. It's over with him. Like, and I want to say, Anton, the last time you was on the show, I took back that I apologized that you a bitch. I'm taking my apology back. You're a bitch, bro. You're a real bitch.
I second that, bitch.
I'm with it, bitch.
I already called him a bitch ass nigga, so.
So it's on me?
It's on you.
You done said enough. You don't need to say nothing else.
This man give me some
I don't
hot
think that
stuff.
somebody has to know somebody in order to be able to criticize their perspective, opinion, or what they say on social media. And again, I'm keeping it 100% about the whole Charlie Kirk shooter comment. In my opinion, in that specific thing, Jamil Hill was wrong. She never, as far as this particular monologue, she's not addressing that she was wrong about that particular thing. But
And so therefore, because she didn't address a racially charged tirade that this blue-eyed, blonde-haired devil went on, where she attacked her personally, and she pointed out, specified things about her physicality that she found to be unattractive, because she didn't wade through all of that and attach herself to what Megyn Kelly said.
Her response don't deserve flowers.
Her response.
So professional.
What the fuck? That's just because you got somebody who wants to play the whole thing. Go ahead.
you know, that's my biggest thing. And so I don't get the you don't know me part. I don't get none of that part. You know, I think that a lot of times people say that. I want to hear the rest of it first.
And if you want to judge it based off that, that's fine. It is the challenge that I have accepted. It is the duty and part of the job. People go by what they see. They don't know you outside of your commentary or whatever. So yeah, I get called names all the time. But what you're not gonna do is call me ugly. Because this face card ain't never been declined.
Mm.
What I would say that you might want to do, and shout out to my boy Don Lemon for bringing this to our attention. Instead of worrying about what the fuck I look like, about what my mascara I use or don't use, perhaps you should be more worried about what's happening in your house.
Maybe people would like you and the women would like you more if you weren't such a, what you said about my former colleague. And by the way, Megan, let me just say something. Deal with your own house and tell your husband to stop looking at my husband across the room. It's weird.
All right. So, I mean, I guess that was a comeback.
It was.
It ate down.
It was. Because we know a lot of those ultra white, super conservative white men in Washington, D.C. and throughout the fucking planet, for that matter, are
undercover. They like their booty touch.
Hey, Anton Daniels, brother, what I'm about to say to you it should be worse than calling you a bitch ass nigga. Brother, I am absolutely disappointed in you. And you are one of the, when we spoke last, we talked about what's wrong with the black community. We talked about the black culture. And you had so much vitriol, you had so much condemnation for the black culture. But one of the primary things that's wrong with the black culture is that black men won't stand up and be accounted for. And that's not just about you talking about whatever the issue is and how fucked up we are. It's about being an actual man and standing on man principle as a black man, because that's what you are. So when people hear you talk, they see the blackness coming out your mouth. They see your face. You remind me of my grandfather, my brother, my cousin. But the shit that's coming out your mouth is supposed to be blackness. It's supposed to be supportive. It's supposed to be encouraging. It's supposed to be highlighting, right? Because we're not talking about a sister who's selling crack on Finkel. We ain't talking about an unaccomplished black woman here who has done nothing, who hasn't contributed to society in a positive way. Some of the things that you were alluding to that our culture spit out and mass produced that kind of shit. We ain't talking about a sister who on the pole dropping like it's hot. So it would have been easy for you to defend her. You not no bitch. You a hoe ass nigga. And I wish you would run for any form of political office around this motherfucker. I wish you would. The money you making off YouTube and your other real estate investments, I will match you dollar for dollar. I will find a political candidate to run against you. And I'm going to play back all of this hate-filled speech that you feel about black people. We're going to make commercials about this. I'm going to call my homeboy Elite Media, and we're going to make scissor reels. There's so much content to choose from, brother. We're going to make reels of everything you said about George Floyd, how you justified the death of Trayvon Martin, all of the shit that you supported Charlie Kirk and the rest of that merry band of idiots on. That's not Detroit. That's Montana, nigga. That's Utah, nigga. That's Wyoming, nigga. That's North Dakota, nigga. That's Jim Crow South, nigga. You are a white apologist. And there's nothing worse. You're worse than the gangbanger, far I'm concerned, because you use your intellect and you use your position and you have elevated yourself in such a way, and you will present yourself as a defender of what? I don't know, but it's certainly not what you're supposed to be defending. That sister is not a stripper on a pole. And even if she was, you still supposed to check it because that's your sister. That's your sister, you bitch ass nigga. That's your sister, nigga. You spoke about the connectivity between black people. How in the fuck you think black people are ever supposed to come together and join forces to make an effective change with our people when we got niggas like you who's selling out and playing the monkey for the hunky?
Porch monkey.
And let me tell you something so funny, y'all. Today I was at a senior building, and the coordinator said that Anton Daniels said that he was going to come. He want to help seniors, the black seniors, and be around them. She said she reached out to him and he never got back to her, right? And she was like, "How he say one thing, but he don't show that when it comes to he's just talking about being there. Like he said, he give out scholarships. I want to see some people that he gave it out to. I really feel like it's just all talk. He's wishy-washy. He don't support us. It's just to get in the doors to us so he can pollute us with the white.
That nigga a liar. He ain't wishy-washy. Yeah. That nigga's a motherfucking liar. Flat the fuck out. Everything that nigga said is a motherfucking lie. We didn't pulled up receipts. Now pull your bitch ass back up and come check again. You feel?
He's not coming this way.
We got receipts. This was your goofy ass.
Oh, but we lock and loaded. He ain't. This is on fire over here. He ain't coming over here. That man.
Dogface. You said that everybody has to have a theme song, right? Everybody got a theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Can I play a theme song for him?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's how I feel.
I like that one.
Shout out to YG.
Shout out to him.
He done got my blood pressure to sky high.
You know, the crazy part about it is I was upset when I first was listening to this, but this is typical behavior. When black people reach a certain level or get around certain crowds, they start to sell out. They start to feel like they're better than, or they're a part of this crowd now, and they snub their noses from where they come from. They snub their noses at their people and began to pick up the ideologies of the people that they're surrounding themselves with. They now have to mirror what they are around, mirror what they're trying to get to and achieve instead of staying true to who they are. And this is always going to be an issue within our community because there's always going to be the house nigga versus the field nigga mentality that goes on in the community. And with him, again, trying to take a political stance, he's dangerous to the community. But what makes him even more dangerous is the fact that he doesn't even understand the deep levels of systemic racism, the systemic setups that we have all been systematically programmed to as well.
Yeah.
While he wants to talk down on the community, he doesn't even talk about the history of the things that have happened in the community that have made our communities the way that they are, or how our people have been taught this hostility that we've began to take on. He doesn't talk about trying to uplift. He doesn't even know the first thing about trying to defend the community because he doesn't want to be a part of the community.
But
He's
I would,
ashamed of the community.
I wouldn't even want a nigga help from him. I wouldn't want no help from a nigga like
No.
him, no motherfucking way.
I
That
don't
nigga,
trust him.
that nigga lead us into a fire. You feel me?
Exactly.
The way he feel about us, he set us up for failure. You
But
feel
you know,
me?
the real question is, what is his beef with his own kind? What
He
got him
probably
to
wasn't accepted as a youngin. He probably
Man.
got
I feel
bullied. He didn't get no
I
pussy.
see that.
His mama whooped his ass and probably paid him no mind. Maybe he wasn't coddled or breastfed enough.
Well, his
But
daddy
he
wasn't
has a
there.
deep-rooted issue
Yes.
with his own people in order for him to be able to sit back and
Yep.
spew what he spews and allow things to happen that are happening. Period.
But the thing I that seems to amaze me about this cocksucker, he be trying to fool us like we thinking wrong, like the way he thinking is right. And when
Yeah.
he don't defend nothing for
That's
our people.
manipulation.
But every time you turn around, he defending another motherfucking race. Go the fuck over
Look,
there. You
He
feel
tried
me?
to act. He act
Go the fuck over there.
oblivious.
It don't matter if the black woman come right. She
Hi,
could come right. She could speak respectfully. It don't matter. He's still gonna go against them.
He go find an angle to say
Because
they wrong.
he
All he
already
do
got
is
in
say
his
our
mind.
people wrong.
He already got in his
Mhm.
mind what black people are. He's not
Yes.
gonna. I just was telling him. The last show he was on. I said, y'all want to take the successful black people and put them with the less, not the struggling black people, and keep them as a whole. And you don't. That's not fair. Like when they have this thing now where white is mean that you're good and black is something terrible. Like
hi.
I heard somebody. I done heard people when you hear a black person talk proper and they're speaking well, you say, why are you talking white? Why do being proper has to be white?
Right.
All that white talk. Why can't? And then when you talking ghetto, that's black, that's slang. Why we gotta be put in the dumb category? And
Right.
is getting out of hand. But right with him, he act oblivious to the racistness from the white people. He act like he don't see it. He act like he don't understand. He act like it's not happening. He act like we're tripping, like something is wrong. He's playing mind games with us. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Can't
you know what
acknowledge.
he's doing? You know what he's doing? He's signing up to be the face that's supposed to make everybody comfortable with whatever is coming behind him.
Come on, baby.
Right.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. He want to be that token nigga.
Hey,
Do you
just
hear
so
me?
y'all know, Real Spill is on here too, y'all.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Good evening.
We good. How are you?
Doing well, and I really love that y'all see this person for what he is and who he is. And I did not want you to take that bitch ass nigga you called him away last night. He deserved every bit of that. He is this guy. They have it's a class thing, right? So it's class, everything is class related. So lower class is the ghetto, middle class is us that just making it, you know what I'm saying? And then it's the upper class that's connected to the white people that had a bigot ways, had those ideologies about us. Those people that are up there are completely disconnected. They disconnected themselves from their blackness because of the past history they had with us, because he wasn't around the cool kids. They didn't let him around. The dude's probably liked it, a girl, and some cool dude came through and took her from. Something happened to him that really drove this hateful spirit to where he feel like he doesn't have to acknowledge the racism that's coming from, these white people mouths. And
Because he feels the same way.
no, you cannot tell somebody, you cannot offend me and then expect me to accept it with my head down. You can't punch me and tell me it don't hurt. You can't punch and be mad because I hit you back. And that's what they doing. They're slapping us in the face and telling us about a problem and expect us to take the slap, turn the other cheek. And that's not what we gonna do. That's not what we about.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that comment, and I appreciate your continuous support for the YouTube streets, man. You've been on here day one.
Man, I love y'all, man. Y'all from the city, man. Y'all from the Detroit, man. I'm step with y'all every time, you know.
Did you watch our conversation with Anton Daniels a couple days ago?
I was backstage. I wanted to hop.
He was trying to get on. We love you too, Spill. We appreciate you.
For real.
We don't owe that man no explanation for nothing because he not gonna never understand the explanation from us. We have to ask him questions to box him in. That's all you got to do with him because you gonna see the hypocrisy and the contradictions and what he say he believe in. He know what's going on. He got that. It's almost like, okay,
he's selling us out. That's what he's doing.
He gonna turn into politics.
He going for the money and for himself. He done found the gimmick where he can make some money off of it, slandering his own people. So that's what he's rocking with.
He believe it. That's the major problem is that he believes what he's saying. He's delusional. And it's delusional.
Soon as you box him in, he gonna start talking politics.
I have a question. So the whole thing about black people the whole thing about white people who have agendas using black people to make what they're saying appear to be fair seeming. I can hear you texting. The thing about white people who use black people to make their policies and their ideologies appear to be fair seeming, I thought that was a thing of the past. What does it do for our culture since he had an issue with our culture? What does it do to our culture to have people like him who are allowed to operate in our culture because of his blackness, although he doesn't have
respect for black
people. Exactly. So this man, you know what's part of our culture? Dinner at Big Mama house. You know, that's positive. Family gatherings, love. My great grandmother didn't raise me to hate anyone, and I know she went through it. She was born in 1908, so she got every bit of the racism, and but she never instilled in me hate. She always taught me love. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. We those are cultural things that's a part of our culture. That's why we accept people as they are. That's why we are the only culture that accept people as they are. You can come over here, we'll accept you, but you got to respect it though.
Yeah.
You have to demand that respect when you allow people in your culture. And he's the one that's allowing the disrespect into our culture.
So my question to you is, do you think his response to Megyn Kelly and what she said about Jemele Hill, do you think as a man and are you offended as a man, or are you offended both as a black man and a man in general? Where you weigh down on that?
I choose violence. Because I look at it like this, doggy. I couldn't have been nobody standing around with a camera looking at George Floyd getting hit a knee on his neck. I'd have kicked the police officer. Yeah, I'd have got my ass. I probably would have died with him. So you can't offend black around me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with that at all. And I'm offended as both a black man and just as a man, period. I don't tend to get in certain things, when it's come to women and men, but I know the difference between right and wrong. And that was obviously wrong. Like, he's wrong for the way he's condemning his sister. She ain't said nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. She didn't go out of pocket. She wasn't in and out of the conversation. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't irate. She spoke her piece, and she spoke it very eloquently with class. And That's the class. You know, they took the class out of class. You know,
they just described Anton Daniels. He's an Oreo. Black on the outside, white in the middle, baby. Black, white on the inside. He's really a fucking Oreo. So that's just what it is. He want to be white so bad.
What do we do about these, niggas? What we do about them type of niggas, though?
You let the white people have them and keep them away.
Let me chime in. Anton Daniels is a part of the. Go ahead, Henny.
I was just gonna say my apologies, but I have to tap out.
Got you.
But thank y'all for the conversation. It's been a real one. I will see y'all back here. Next one.
Love you, Henny.
Love you too, baby y'all.
My baby.
Thank you so much. This was a great topic, and I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.
Love you too, sis. Appreciate you, sis.
More money.
Okay, so you remember? So a large part of our conversation with Anton Daniels was about the culture and how he said black culture, the culture of us as a people was a negative thing. Mm-hmm. He didn't quantify. He didn't say some aspects of it was negative. He said black culture as a whole.
Yeah.
During our review, we went over it. We went over that whole thing. Anton Daniels is a part of our culture. He represents a problem with the very culture that he has a problem with. Think about it, right? So he is a part of our culture. And we know that a part of our culture loves to produce negative music. They love to go to strip clubs. They love to use drugs. They love to gang bang. They love to rob. They love to steal. All the negative shit. But there's also a part of our culture where you have black people who are actually tools by the same people who want to see us destroyed. You have black people who allow themselves to be put in a position to be used against us as a people. He's a part of the black culture. He's a part of the problem.
Yeah.
He's a part of the problem that he so eloquently says exists amongst black people. That attitude, unwavering support for motherfuckers, his ignoring the historical impact and the vile words coming from people like Charlie Kirk, who always had something negative to say about us, or he didn't always say something negative about black people. Well, he said enough, God damn it.
It's so funny how he translates the white people racist words into good stuff, and then
Go ahead.
It's crazy how he translates the racistness from the white people into positive, and then the positive from black people to negative.
That's
You're
called
weird.
They have a word for that. They have a term for that. It's called being a white apologist.
Yeah, and I just spoke on this when I said they will use our own people to destroy us for it, and our own people will destroy us for $1. And he is the prime example of what I said. And I just said this in the show before last. He's just destroying his own culture, and I think I thought it was a joke. It just don't seem so. It don't seem real. I never met nobody like him for real.
And you don't never want to meet another motherfucker like him.
No.
You tuned into the YouTube streets. Hey, listen, we coming right back. We want to leave this where it is. We're going into hour number 2 in approximately 30 seconds. Hey, listen, if you're online, if you're on this broadcast, we're coming right back with What's the News. Lil Meech, we on your ass. We'll be right back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for Henny. Thank you for the whole Henny gang. Thank you to the YouTube streets. Thank you to the Dog Pound. We coming right back. So come, do we come back?
And we appreciate y'all.
We love y'all, man.
For real.